Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate...
Croeso, and welcome to Tales for Wales, the podcast that never fails to cross the streams of podcasting and add a new layer to the multiverse of audio content. And that's my movie references.
Nice.
Not seen either of them, not seen Ghostbusters or any multiverse stuff. But this week we're joined by the lovely gents from the podcast that nobody asked for. And if you listen to this is part 2 of that said podcast, because we, last week, or last Thursday, we were guests upon their podcast, and now this is part 2. So before you listen to this, make sure you head over to the podcast nobody asked for and listen to part 1 and subscribe to their podcast. They're very funny fellas, and get into their stuff, and then you can hear this part now. But Ian, Graham, Shemai, welcome. You are now in Wales virtually.
Yes, it feels very insincere, doesn't it? Because we've been talking for an hour and a half at this point, and we've got to pretend like we haven't been.
Our weary travellers, Croeso, welcome. How are you?
I feel like we should have, given that we all. I'm not going to say bio break again because I hate that phrase. But given that we all craftily nipped off for a piss between recording. Can I swear on this feed?
No.
Because we all...
Not. Of course you can.
Good, yeah. Because I went off for a fucking piss. I feel like we all should have changed.
Yeah, well, do you know, I did have a different... Actually, I was going to come back with a different top on. Because me and Jack did a few episodes earlier. So we can all do a little costume change. Yeah.
What have I got near me?
Hollyoaks After Dark has continued.
Yeah.
Tops off for Harambe. I like it. Yeah.
Topless, yeah, nice. But I was going to actually, because me and Jack did a few episodes just before we joined up earlier, and I had my pajama top on, so I was thinking I should probably get properly dressed.
I wish you'd have bloody told me. I've still got my pajama top on.
Well, no, I still do, but I have a beautiful.
I'm sorry. Do you have branded pajama tops? Is that fucking? Is it TK Maxx's best?
No, this is
Stag.
No, the Stag is who was the Stag?
Next.
F&M or one of those shit. Yeah, but no, I did have a German football team, Jack. I know you're not a German fan, but it does have a bit of a slightly right-wing eagle on it. So
it's a little bit
close to the bone. Jack, I know you're not a German fan. Do you mean I'm not a football fan? Please correct that. Yeah,
sorry. I know you hate those krauts over there. Apologies.
The best bit is neither of us questioned it. Right? Fair play. I've come across as someone who really doesn't like it.
We all have our quirks, don't we?
I am the first time my wife met a load of my friends was at a barbecue I had, and she has what can be described as a fucked up sense of humour. So a friend of mine, Ryan, was trying to be really nice and was making an effort to talk to her, and my wife said to my friend just no, Ian's told me everything about you guys, he's really open. And Ryan's like, oh, that's cool. It's yeah, he's told me that he doesn't like Chinese people. And she was horrified when my friend Ryan was so uncomfortable. He just kind of nodded and went, yeah. Just no question of it. It's okay,
cool.
What vibe am I giving off?
I love that the question there must have gone into Eddie going, maybe he doesn't like Chinese.
Maybe he doesn't. But then she ordered Chinese food.
She told me about it, and then I had the weird choice of, do I now just start making just see how far I can push it before Ryan goes, right, what's happening? Is this something that I wasn't
really
aware of?
subtle things, you refuse to buy mandarins, you only buy clementines.
Exactly.
Okay, nice. Good. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, happy Chinese New Year. Oh, you don't celebrate that, do you? Sorry.
You're the horse. I fucking hate horses this year, specifically this year. Man be horse.
I'm just glad the men beat them recently.
Every year you're really cheering for the man be horse.
Now
Is
if
it
people
fire horse this year though? I've never heard of this before. That there's it's normally, as far as I know, it's always
pig.
animal.
Yeah.
This is horse, but it's also fire horse.
Yeah, I think the Chinese need a bit of a rebrand.
Pony
They were
to.
like, yeah, we're gonna go pony to it. I think they know they could like convince a lot of people to get into Chinese culture with like how the Americans are being at the moment. They're like, right, let's rebrand and say we're gonna have fire with our horses.
Chuck a fire horse on everything, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And tell the Pope to fuck off.
You fucking Catholic jerk.
Just sending the Pope fire horse t-shirts.
How mad is all that? It is nuts.
It's insane. The last few days, the best thing was that picture of him as Jesus, and then he came out.
They're
and was
trying to
like,
change the saying. It's Jesus.
But did you
I'm a
see the
doctor.
thing? Did you see the thing Iran
Caroline Levitt
posted though?
thing.
The thing Iran posted. It was like
of Jesus slapping him.
they've
Yes.
animated the video, and he goes. It's, because it looks like he's healing Epstein in the photo. And he goes like, your judgment will come, and then Jesus comes down and nails him.
The weird thing with AI and Trump is, and I don't know if you're again. I'm putting a lot of faith in listeners that they did listen to part one. Otherwise,
Of course. There's a lot of throwbacks. Yeah,
if you didn't listen to part horse and part one, if you didn't listen to part one and I just said I like when the man beat the horse, like no, a lot of the AI stuff which like MAGA people are posting of like Trump and Jesus. Jesus is like the spitting image of Jared Leto. Like so like even like the Jared Leto backhanding Trump
Morbius himself.
like it's bizarre, but I never thought this is where the world.
This is where we're at.
It's like-
Genuine world governments are sending like AI slop memes to each other.
Some of the Iran Lego wraps,
So good.
I would say they're absolute bangers.
I wouldn't say I'm a moderate. I'm quite a left wing person, but I have now fully turned it to the Ayatollah. I thought that stuff really worked on me. I love it.
But I watched the Lego thing, and it's got Trump chasing after like those little Lego girls, and it's like he needs a pedo. It's like that. That's good. That's great.
But isn't it like specifically like the Iranian embassy in
it is,
Tajikistan or something?
All the government's
like,
resources and finances going into like make this so.
But we should say, as we have lots of lovely American listeners, we know you're not defined by your government, but it is quite funny when you see it. Especially when Trump's like, oh, what, me dressed in robes looking at the Messiah? You thought that was Jesus? Oh, you're pathetic.
It was a joke, guys.
But did you see? Because he came out and said that he was a doctor, right? That's what he was meant to be depicted as.
I'm in the pit. I love the pit. I've really gone into it.
But then you sent me this. Did you send this today?
Yeah.
So apparently, Caroline Levitt, the press secretary, was like, "Oh, the President Trump's True Social picture depicting him as Jesus was a doctored image." So the prevailing theory is that Trump was told to tell everyone that it was doctored.
Oh my god!
That is so.
It's an image of me as a doctor. Okay,
That must be what it means.
Oh, that's mad. That is very funny.
insane. Well,
Anyway,
you gotta laugh,
obviously-
you boys. You gotta
have to.
laugh.
Well, shall I quickly recap people, just in case you've gone mad and you've not decided to listen to part one? We are going through the greatest, or our version, so it's pod v pod, which does sound a lot more Iran v US than it really is. It's actually a lot more amicable than that.
Wait until the psyop starts. Please. Just brace yourself.
Yeah.
We're gonna blockade your blockade.
Graham's going to make some really cruel Lego figurine.
Just say he's frantically writing Lego themed raps.
But we are currently going through best depictions of Welsh people or Welsh characters in cinema. And so far we've had Private Owen from Zulu. We've had Samtan, Fireman Sam, and yes, he's been in movies, as we've been recited, but at least 5.
2 of which were alien-based as well, everything.
Obviously.
And we also then had the Evans twins from Twin Town. And our suggestion was Private Owen, or Owen, and then the podcast nobody asked for had Fireman Sam and Twin Town. Now, Jack, I think you might kick us off with your suggestion.
Yeah, I'll go into mine, shall I? Now, I have not done, I'm just going to admit it, I haven't done as deep a dive as Franco's done on his.
Well, it was the first film I ever remember watching was Zulu at about like 6 or 7 years old. I used to watch it before going
I'm
to make
fascinated by your childhood. I'm absolutely fascinated.
It's a mad Welsh nationalist.
Pretty sure you said you used to be off ill quite a lot and
Yeah,
chuck Zulu on loads.
I had like salmonella, and then I had like 6 weeks off school. And then
Doesn't make this make sense.
And,
You're not going to add salmonella. It's
We've
like,
all been there,
okay.
lads. We've had salmonella, right?
Salmonella and the Zulu movie, like peas and carrots. Boys,
the only
come
things
on.
I watched Robin Hood the cartoon, Robin Hood the real one, a Zulu, and that was pretty much my childhood, like summed up, like back to back. And I used to watch it all
Whilst
the
you're
time.
vomiting and shitting through the eye of a needle.
But that was my childhood, and that was my culture. I ended up, I didn't watch anything outside of the main channels 1 to 5, and it was basically Zulu on repeat. So you ignore the colonial undertones, but I think it's maybe a well-rounded figure. But you've got your
Done all right
next one.
considering. Yeah.
Again, your suggestion I've actually not seen. So
For where was I now? So yeah, my character of my choice was Maldwin from 1978's Grand Slam. I don't know if any of you boys have seen this.
I have seen, and to again comment on Welsh culture, it's an iconic piece of Welsh cinema which is available in its entirety on YouTube.
It is, yeah.
also, Zulu
watch
is
anyone
fully
else, no
available on
chance.
YouTube as well. So
Yeah,
if you want to watch Zulu, you can watch all of that.
We've
on
done the
YouTube.
most accessible episode,
Yeah.
but it's for those who don't know, the Grand Slam, not the Grand Slam. Grand Slam is about a group of Welsh lads that travel to Paris for the last game of the Six Nations, and all the hijinks that come from that. And my character that I've chosen, Maldwin, his name is Maldwin Novello Pugh, and he's played by a guy called Sean Probert, who's only been in a handful of stuff. I looked at his IMDb when I was doing this research, and he's only been like literally less than you can count on a hand of stuff. But he's very good at this. He plays a very camp, gay boutique owner from the same town as the other rugby boys that are in the film. And he's come into France. The reason he wants to go to France more than the rugby is he wants to sample the fashion rather than the rugby. And it was it's pretty progressive. If you've seen it, it's a pretty progressive portrayal for the 70s, to be fair. Like all the kind of macho rugby lads that make up the ensemble, they actually think of him as one of the boys. Like they do sort of rib him quite a bit, but it's not like laden with like the homophobia you'd expect, I think, from that time. It's quite like a pretty modern interpretation. He's like he's kind of one of the lads. And
How modern was it? Did Wales lose?
I can't actually remember. That's really bad, isn't it?
Fun fact: they did lose, which meant they had to rewrite the end of the film because it's a film called Grand Slam, which is about Welsh guys going to Paris to watch the Grand Slam. And they lost, and they had to rewrite the film on the fly.
Right. It's mad I can't remember that. But the so basically there's a few actors in there you probably recognise. Actually, you probably noticed them but couldn't name them. Do you know those kind of character actors you see all the time? But it's a really funny film. There's lots of like little Welshisms there, like they sing Sosban Bach a lot, things like that. And there's particularly good scenes. There's like because I know it's easy to just laugh at someone being overly camp, but it is just funny. I don't care what anyone says, it's just funny. So like they're getting on the plane going to Paris, and Maldwin's scared of flying. He can't seem to figure out like the seatbelt, and he's talking to the guy next to him, and he's got like this really like thick Valley's accent, and he's like going, "You've broken it, you tup bugger! I've only got 2 buckles, I got no end." And, all this. And then there's one of the literal intro scene is like I think it's the main character, I forget his name now. He's driving with his dad in a hearse. They own this like what are they called? People who own hearses and
funeral directors.
Funeral directors.
Yeah.
And they're driving around, and they stop, and they're right outside Maldwin's boutique. And the sort of main guy, the younger guy, he's looking out and he's doing like licking his lips and stuff like that at Maldwin, and like going and all this stuff. And Maldwin is so good. It's just very subtly done. But he mouths "behave yourself," but because he's got the accent, he actually mouths the "behave yourself," like with the
elongated.
Proper elongated.
You can hear the accent, and he's not saying anything.
Oh, it's fantastic. So yeah, I encourage everyone to go and watch.
People
Grand
love
Slam.
it because it's very like that like. You ever been on like an away day with your mates for any sport?
It's very much that feel.
It gets
even
that,
like back in the 70s sort of thing. It's got
have
that
you ever
same
watched
feeling today.
Only Fools and Horses, Jolly Boys Outing, when they go to Margate for the day? And it's like, I watched that on repeat because it's so comforting. Because I just like seeing, I love seeing
Zulu,
paints.
Only Fools and Horses. Zulu, Only Fools and Horses.
What disease did you have at the time? Scurvy.
Yeah, scary. I should be like some big reform voter. I have all the other characteristics of it. But do you know, like when you watch, I love seeing like a pint in like a Red Dwarf where they drink like in these old
my own
glasses.
hand. I thought you were going to say.
I love it when like you watch TV shows when it's from like that era, because all I want from life is to watch sports, be with my mates, and be in the pub. So whenever I have those things, I just feel like I feel comforted by them.
No, it is.
I'm really
it's very
curious.
much that feeling. We should definitely check it on like the to watch list. I think.
With you said that they rewrote the film because the game was a loss rather than a win.
Yeah.
So was this basically cobbled together after the first 4 games of the Six Nations? They then filmed it on location in the run up to the actual game, and the outcome was part of the movie.
Yeah.
That is mad.
So that there's literally shots of the actors in the crowd at the game. But like, it's the wildest thing is this was a time where you could assume Wales would get the
I was
Grand
going to
Slam.
say,
Yeah.
it's kind of in that
Like,
era
that's-
when it's the best rugby.
Like,
been
of
in
course,
Wales.
we'll win.
Well, of course
yeah.
we're going to win. It's France.
Yeah.
But if you
times
guys hadn't
change.
picked this, I would have had so Mog Jones, which is the Windsor Davis character, who is the very like the rugby blazer guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a scene where they're in the reception of a French hotel, and he's telling them that you're a representative of Wales and you have to be careful. But it's like you said, like I heard about this because we keep talking about them, but they mentioned it on the Socially Distant Sports Bar, and to have a 70s rugby film, like you said, I was prepared to watch it and it just be like, oh, none of this is okay anymore, is it?
No,
but
I
it's
was
surprisingly like I wouldn't say it. You know, it's definitely dated,
100%.
but it's not as like grimace-inducing.
You never
as a
get
lot
the
of stuff
feeling
there.
in the film that Maldwin is like ostracized.
Well, they don't punch down, do they? I think
No, they
that's
don't.
a
They
good
don't punch down at all. They make fun of him the same as they make fun of any of these lads that are on tour with him, sort of thing. And yeah, it was just a very. It is when you look back, like you said, there's definitely certain things that are of its time, but very progressive, I'd say, for when it came out.
Should we throw back to you two for your?
I'm just getting nostalgic about winning the Grand Slam.
Hold on tight to that feeling, mate. Yeah.
What's it? Just out of interest, because we're going to see Wales play rugby when we go to Wales. What's the expectation against Fiji?
Oh, we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
I think it'll be closer than people think it will be, because we believe again a bit.
Yeah.
we won
Hope
one
was
game.
restored, wasn't it, for a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying to Frank, so I put a £5 on Wales for every single game, right? Because on certain games we were like 30-1. It's like, thank you very much if that comes in. Not that it ever would, but then when it got to Italy, I was like, yes, it's finally come in. But I made like a tenner. So I'm down for the whole series.
30-1 for what is essentially, and I'll bring horses back into it, a 2-horse race is mad, isn't it?
Yeah,
But it was
it's,
bad because even though how bad it has been, and it has been, it hasn't been this bad in 30 years, or it's been a very long time since the doldrum's been this dull. The atmosphere is still always so fun. It's always such a It is a.
You can feel the energy if you go into town on a match day. It's buzzing.
Because I think I kept seeing loads of TikTok things being like when Wales played Scotland, they were like, all the Scottish ones, like, even as a Scottish person, I haven't felt an atmosphere like this. And we, in fact, hadn't won in 3 years. Like, it's still like with dog shit, but it is fun.
What I miss is we've been so bad, people have stopped taking the piss to me about it now. Because it used to be Wales would lose, my phone would explode with people I had a vague connection with going, how was that then? But
now
now
I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah, I signed into Instagram, and it basically told me, we've had a report that you might not be doing okay. Because I think I'd just been watching Welsh content, and it flagged me as depressed.
Yeah.
It's just no, it's no more making fun. It's just you're all right,
Yeah.
mate. Don't worry, chin up, old soldier.
There's nothing
You'll be
worse
okay.
than like pity. You know, like it's
Zulu?
fun when you get they'll just
come on,
say,
you did all right,
remember
Zulu,
Zulu, remember Private Owen. It's just for you, just whispering Melahach to yourself as you weep.
It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Talking of uplifting, our final choice, which is a weird thing to say again on what is actually technically a fresh episode where we haven't given a choice at all, is someone who I didn't really view as Welsh until I sat and thought about it, because this is a character who is constructed in Wales, and this is the fantastic Charles Petrescu from Brian and Charles.
Brian.
Which Charles. This is going to be the next 10 minutes now.
I want to go to Honolulu.
I want to go to Honolulu, Brian.
Is Petrescu a quintessentially Welsh surname?
Evans, Williams, Jones, Petrescu.
All I could think about the whole time watching it was the late '90s Chelsea player Dan Petrescu. That's for some reason that's all that was in my head.
Well, that's worth mentioning. Graham watched this for the first time about 4 hours ago.
Oh, really?
I did. Yeah. I turned it on. Put my son down to bed. Turned on Brian and Charles.
Thoughts, feelings.
I enjoyed it. I won't lie. I fell asleep twice in it because I just can't watch. Yeah, pretty much. I can't watch
tea,
movies.
Mate, did you?
I didn't. No. This one's decaffeinated as well. That's how old I am.
That's why you fell asleep.
But only briefly. So I know the gist of it, and I got it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I think what's his name? David Earl.
David Earl.
Is very, very fun. I think he's great in everything I've seen him in. But yeah, it's just very, very, very good. I like something that's a bit offbeat and a bit different.
It's so bizarre.
It's great.
Very strange.
I think Jack will get this, but it's me and my wife's one of our favourite films, and because it is weird, and I think Emma and I have quite we laugh at everything that's slightly off kilter, and Jack wasn't as big a fan of it. And you go on and talk about it, but I just gonna say, for people who know what I like, and the slightly odd films, it's a definition of one of my favourites.
Yeah, so it follows Brian, who is an inventor who lives in North Wales, and you think he's just kind of that weird dude who lives in an old farmhouse in a village. But it turns out he's actually a really good inventor, and he builds a robot out of a mannequin head that he finds in a fly tip and a washing machine.
Yeah,
And
eventually it creates like AI, the singularity.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't turn on originally, but then because of a mouse walking through it, the two wires, he just keeps doing the action of two wires clipping.
Well, that's his theory. That's not proven. That's
True.
His theory.
And then that is the self-named Charles Petrescu, who is potentially my favourite robot. And he's also a Welshman, because again he is a sentient being constructed in Wales.
Yeah. A North Walian, a Gog.
But it's that there's parts of it. So when his first proper conversation is, I think, a solid 2 minutes of him just naming things in the room, and I haven't
honestly,
laughed like that in so long.
It was the early stages of his AI improving is very reminiscent of conversations with my 3-year-old.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah. Has your son also read the entire dictionary while you slept?
Possibly, very possibly.
But I do like that you do have the whole thing of him just being like a stubborn child for a lot of the film, and it is so hard. It's not heartwarming is the wrong word. It's really endearing.
Yeah.
And I just
one thing I couldn't quite, because he does a lot of it to camera, and there's a bit where he also talks to whoever's filming, because I can't remember, he's asking them to repeat a word or something. But what's the it's never really established. Is it like follow like a documentary crew
So-
following around, or is it like a? Is
So
he
I
just
think it's based
bit
on a short film which
mad?
was done
Yeah.
like it was a mockumentary.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they've just kept the stuff, but it really works.
Yeah.
Like-
He goes like, "Leave me alone." Like he does that thing to camera for a second, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Where he wants a bit of space.
I didn't like that they like the local nasty Welsh lot. I was like, oh, you you're just like, oh, you bastards! Like, just
they're
leave him
horrid.
alone for
Yeah.
God's sake.
Yeah.
My favourite bit in it was the pricing structure that the old woman at the shop had for some of like she was like it's 2 toffee apples for £1 or 3 for £1.25. I don't know why that was like really made me laugh of all the things that were in it.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, there are layers of just none of the film makes sense in the slightest. Like I said, why is the random farmer and his twin daughters and
Yeah, I forgot they were bloody twins.
there's twin daughters, and then the wife is the narrator of Moon and Me, which is a comment
really?
just for Graham. Yeah, which is when I think I first mentioned this film to you, because we were talking about we did an episode of best TV shows, but that were picked by toddlers. So we got my nephew to pick my choices,
Yeah.
and Graham's son to pick his. And Moon and Me, which is this like basically horror movie for kids.
Yeah, I've seen
I've
it with my
shared a
nephew.
picture in the chat for you.
And me.
Yeah, this is the moon baby.
Christ.
Hollow eyes.
But yeah, search the narrator, and it was like, oh, she was in Brian and Charles.
I think it sums up what I love about British like movies. So it's classic like film for produce kind of thing. It's very similar to Ballad of Wallace Island, which was going to be one of my suggestions because Amanda, the shopkeeper in that. Do you know that it's filmed
Sean
on
Clifford,
Ramsey
isn't
Island?
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's again it's filmed in Wales. It's filmed on Ramsey Island. So she was going to be our final choice, but we took on with somebody different. But it has that kind of like offbeat, weird kind of like it's very funny, but not overtly a comedy. But
And it's not at anyone's expense.
yeah,
Which is what I really
gentle.
like about it.
I
Yeah.
I hate meanness. I hate loneliness and meanness. I hate anyone who's feeling like anyone who feels lonely. It breaks my heart. anyone.
I thought you were going to go into a tirade and I hate loneliness, I hate meanness, I hate my dad,
I hate the Sheriff of Nottingham. I hate the other Sheriff of Nottingham.
yeah,
I hate the
raw
fact that-
eggs.
yeah, I hate Guy Gisborne.
I hate the Zulus and the British couldn't just get along.
I hate Velocities of Luanda.
But I do feel like Ballad of Wallace Island and Brian and Charles are so of the same ilk, and they're both like, and like they only have a short window to film it in, so it's all quite grey and grisly because they can't wait for the weather to be better, and I find it like in bizarre, so comforting, and like
If the weather was good in Brian and Charles, I would not believe it was set in Wales.
yeah, exactly. But I think it'd make a different film. It would look a bit too happy. I think it needs to be a bit grisly and a bit like
It's similar to what we said with Twin Town. Like it makes it better by not being filmed in a way where it's like really cinematic and
Don't want to over glamorize it,
because Wallace Island, he's meant to have bought himself a beautiful home on an island, and had that been a tropical island, he'd be seen as quite a different person. But the fact it's quite this like rambly, cloudy, slightly miserable island kind of matches his kind of vibe, even though he's not miserable, but it's not like flamboyant and showy offy. It's like it's just
a bit
quite
weird.
It's just a bit
I think
weird.
you said, Franks, that
Strange.
Brian and Charles and Wallace Island, you mentioned this before we came on, I think that you feel that they could be set in the same world.
Yeah, they feel
You know,
like a good
like
double
they-
bill. You could watch
but,
watch Brian and Charles and Wallace Island and feel like they're connected.
If only
Yeah.
Brian had made a cameo on
Just in the background.
And Wallace Island started off as a short film like 15 years ago, like Tim Key and Tom Basden.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think we all know this because whilst they were promoting it, Tim Key was on
every podcast ever.
We were the only podcasts he wasn't on.
Yeah.
We had to
Like
make
the-
do with each other.
Yeah.
They were emailing like crazy. Come on, Tim. This is a
Talking
perfect
of
chance.
like really small funny things, the best bit of Ballad of Wallace Island is when he reveals that he won the lottery twice.
Yes.
That's so funny. Yeah.
And
just the pan over to the
yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, but Sian Clifford was going to be our other choice for on screen, but we have.
I never knew that she was Welsh. You know,
Well, she's actually not.
First time, is she not? I thought
She's called. So the lady in so Amanda, the character, is Welsh. She's a Welsh character, but Sian Clifford's actually an English actor, just with the Welshest name ever.
What the hell? This
I know.
has boggled my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch that now.
Yeah,
But I pulled up some quotes from Brian and Charles just because why not? And the first one that comes up is just, "You built my body and my tummy is a washing machine." And it's just, I think it's even funnier that, again, even if you boil it down just to the plot, he built a robot.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
this actually happens. Yeah.
Who wants to go travelling on his own? He wants to do a gap year on his own.
When he tries to escape wearing a grass skirt he's made himself.
He's obsessed with going to Honolulu, for those who don't know.
Honolulu.
I want to go to Honolulu.
Do you guys think a lot of people outside of the UK would get Brian and Charles? I think it's very uniquely British.
I think
like in
it's-
its
I
like
would
sensibilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't imagine it. I can't imagine the US box office numbers particularly.
Oh God, no! Do you think they even bothered? I doubt it.
I don't think they would.
No.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing that could only land over here. I think, like Wallace Island. I think you could get some uptake, like
Yeah, a little bit.
abroad.
Yeah.
But no, but Brian and Charles, I think that is so like uniquely British. I think it just could.
Yeah, because it's a bit
Wallace
crap.
Island also has.
It is a bit
Terry
crap in
Mulligan,
that way,
right,
but
as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
helps.
exactly. Yeah, that's a bit of star power.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it's a bit crap. It's the same as Twin Town. It looks
Yeah.
a bit crap, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a
You
bit
know
crap.
what I mean?
It's a bit
like
faulty.
crap aesthetic. But it's fine
It's
that
basically a dude in a giant
purpose.
cardboard box holding a mannequin head on top of his head.
Yeah. Yeah, when you put blue face like that, is it good effects on the robot? No, it's not. Yeah.
Although I will say, I was really impressed with the wardrobe department because that shirt that's over the top of the washing machine like fits perfectly, and there's no like odd seams or anything on it. Like it looks like how have they done that?
Good. You
I mean,
make it sound like he was an actual person, and the costume department had to get his measurements. And this will fit you perfect.
We need a smaller washing machine.
Charles has the reverse balaclava as well, which I think looks beautiful.
Yes, yeah.
I do think it's a fun-made film.
But it's little things like that. I mean, I still can't believe that there is a robot that is made of a washing machine and a mannequin's head that halfway through, I would be willing to jump in front of a bullet for Charles. I would properly put no film should make me feel that way about a mannequin head in a washing machine.
When the nasty Welshies take him, I was like, "You
When
give
they
him
kick
back! I'll break skulls! I swear to God!"
Yeah. Me and Jack went to go watch Wallace Island together, and two South Walian boys, not the most emotive, both started crying during it, wiping tears
so
away
close.
from my...
the flashback to the note in the scene.
Yeah. And that song, the Our Love or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
But similarly in Brian and Charles, when they're whipping it, and when Charles is trying to I just broke my heart. It's like trying to reason with your dog when you're trying to say you're not allowed to do something. It's it just feels like precious little innocent beings, and it just nothing bad should happen to them.
Ian will testify to that.
Yeah. It's don't get me wrong. There's I got a lot of time for Graham's dog, but also there is a special place in doggy hell reserved. I guess over to you guys for the
Jack,
final
don't do the
choice.
final one.
This last one is a little bit of a cheat, and we'll admit this, right?
Yeah.
It's mainly just like a foot in the door, a gateway to talk about something we thought was worth chatting about. So we went for Guinevere from the King Arthur film from 2004. I want to say
2004.
Yeah, it's
2004, was it?
Is that the one with David Beckham in it?
No,
not that one.
That's the Guy Ritchie.
That's the new one. That's the 2000
2004. It was. Yeah, it was 2004. It's the one with Clive Owen, Johan Griffith, Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
It's got a hell of a cast actually. Before
Ray
they got famous.
Winston.
Ray Winston,
Daddy
Joel
Skarsgård.
Joel Edgerton,
Yeah,
Daddy
Daddy
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
It's got Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah. Crazy cast. Also,
Huge
a great
cast.
PS2 game. It's a fantastic PS2
It was based on the same.
Yes, I forgot about that.
You
It
know,
was a
PS2
Lord of the
game's
Rings.
Same engine as the Lord of the Rings Two Towers. It was
Yeah,
fucking class.
fantastic game.
Do you know about is it the Return of the King Lord of the Rings game? Is
Yeah,
on the
same one.
Is built on the PGA engine.
Oh, the golf game.
Yeah.
Great swing.
Because
Yeah.
it was something to do with the way that the courses are set out, right? And they basically,
really?
Yeah.
PGA
Because if you think it, that type of game is basically just a long, pretty corridor.
You follow
Yeah.
corridor, don't
Yeah.
you?
Ah.
So,
They found the
Back-to-back
PGA engine was
birdies.
the
I
best one
like
to
it.
do it.
Yeah. But yeah, we picked Guinevere. Basically, we were like, "Oh, should we pick one of the knights?" And Frank said, "We'll pick one of the knights from the King Arthur. You know, whether it's Lancelot, which is Johan Griffith's character, or whatever." And I said, "Unfortunately, we can't pick them in that film because for some fucking stupid reason, in that film, they decided to make King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. They're actually Sarmatian knights from Iran."
Yes. Yeah. Fucking hell, I forgot because they were trying to do like the true story.
The true
Oh,
story.
man.
And they were like, "Oh, they're Roman, like elite Roman cavalry," and they were like, "Where from?" It's like Iran, you know, ancient Persia sort of thing. And it was like, why? Yeah. But anyway, they come back to Britain. They got to do.
There was that
you know,
scene where they blocked the Strait of Hormuz, though, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, yeah.
and the Pope gets really annoyed, and then some like shit AI comes involved.
But I mean, when you think about that, why did they make them Sarmatian
Well, also
knights?
because King Arthur, like Arthur, is a very Brittonic Welsh old Britain. If you don't call it Welsh, you call it Britain, like the olden Britain. It's such like it's already based in this place. And they went, no, do you know what? We're going to make these Iranian lads. So we're going to really add a bit of spice to this.
It's so mad. But basically, so we picked Guinevere, who is actually in the film is like a local.
Woad.
She's a native, but they call them woads, right? And they just make them generally kind of Celtic.
Yeah.
They throw in a bit of leather, throw a bit of paint on them,
Chuck a bit of blue on it.
Yeah, chuck a bit of blue. And they got Merlin is like the leader of the woads in it, and he's played by the guy who plays, I can't think of his name. He's Stannis Baratheon in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Stephen Dillon.
Stephen Dillon. And yeah, it's about the Saxons are coming over. The leader of that is Stellan Skarsgård, who actually does a really good job at that. He's probably one of the best. Probably
Saxons
the best
are Romans.
No, so the Arthur and his knights, they're Romans,
afterwards.
and Saxons are coming over, and that's because they're leaving. The Romans
That's
are
it.
leaving.
Yeah, so they're Romans defending against the Saxons, but in reality, the Celts were the
the Romans left, and then the Celts would be defending against the Saxons.
That's
What you're saying is they've rewritten history. It's woad madness.
Okay, that was beautiful.
Very good.
Nice.
Very good. I'm going to stand up and say it now. Arthur was not an Iranian knight. I'm just going to say it.
Also, Clive Owens, not
I was
going to
say,
I think
Boring bloke.
all the Knights Round Table I've just named: Johan Griffith, Clive Owen, Mads Mikkelsen. Do any of them look Iranian? Fucking Ray Winston.
I do like
Winston.
I like to think that the casting director was like, right, so you said you were going to try and do like a true to life King Arthur. So we heard, we got Johan Griffith in. He's like, no, we're going to have them as Iranian. Like,
The guy's just
What's so good as well?
We're going to make him Iranian.
Punic steps, mate.
Yes.
Ray Winston, you know Ray Winston, big, like rotund, like proper, like West Ham kind of like football hooligan. His characteristic is he's really quick and nimble with knives.
He's got this tiny like little assassin's blade.
He's like Will Scarlet from Robin Hood. The only thing I know is
played
reference.
like any sort of role-playing game, right? He would be classed as a rogue, right? Quick little blade, stealthy boy. Just there's so many skinnier people to just pick.
And we all know he's a dwarf paladin at heart, right?
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
I'll be honest, Graham. That's not even a funny comment. That's just accurate.
just factual.
That's like strangely like
Good point, well made.
correct.
On the money.
So, well, yes, he is.
But I also wanted to touch on the fact that Guinevere, or Gwyn Hwyvar, as she would have been called
Gwyn
in
Hwyvar
Wales,
in
the
Wales.
original one. She's played by Keira Knightley, who doesn't even bother to attempt any sort of like regional accent. She speaks like as you imagine Keira Knightley would speak.
But she's dressed. She's like fully woaded up.
Fully
She's
wound
like-
up. And there's a bit where she's like lecturing Arthur on like belonging to the land. She's like, I belong to this land, I always have. There's like, this is meant to be set in like they pass Hadrian's Wall at one point.
Yeah.
It's like, don't sound
You
like
went
you're
very like Southern Georgian then, Jack.
we
sorry,
often do.
I do declare.
I do declare,
always.
King Arthur.
I've
Do not-
always been of the
Do
southern
not give me a
persuasion.
free pass to go there, because I will.
No, I do declare it's been awfully hot.
King Arthur, seems you got a sweat on your brow.
It's awfully hot this side of Hadrian's Wall. Yeah, that's southern
Seems the
drawl.
Saxons
Keira
seem to give us a
Knightley.
mighty bit of trouble. But we just, like I said,
But also because like we're history nerds and like we get annoyed that like Wales doesn't get its dues for like how much it's contributed to things. So like King Arthur is very much a Brittonic or Welsh thing, and the big thing is it's like Merlin is this big Welsh character, this druid, and like the druids are a big part of Welsh culture. There's a one chance where they're making a story about a very, very, very Welsh thing. They romanticize King Arthur in like the 16th to the 18th century to make it anglicised, but before that it was very much a Welsh thing and very much a Brittonic thing. We were like, oh, they're going to make a cool thing about Wales. And there's not a single reference to anyone being Welsh. And the only Welsh person in it is like an absolute fanny. He's
Johan Griffith is in it.
he's
But
such a crybaby.
I actually rate Johan Griffith. I think he's a good
And
actor.
me, I
right?
think he's a
But
decent actor.
in this, he's awful.
He
the overacting. He's like, I don't give a damn about that. And
My
he's
Saracen
a
blood.
dual wielding.
Yeah.
Like I'd say he'd be a fighter if he was a D&D kind of bloke.
But it is actually quite a fun film.
Has he ever actually played Welsh in a film?
No.
Because I don't think he has.
I think
It
he
would have
had,
made
like,
Fantastic Four a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
He had like a horrific divorce where he had to then
did,
do
yeah.
everything to like pay. You know, like in America when you get divorced.
He was a Nick Cage or a
The
Brendan
Nick Cage,
Fraser.
yeah.
wasn't
The
he?
Brendan Fraser, yeah, he's an absolute
Yeah.
Brendan. Where you have to keep giving the money
With
what you
alimony,
originally had,
yeah.
And I think he then just kind of did whatever he could. Then I think he actually went like considerably broke, so he just had to like try and do whatever he could to get by. But that's why I hope the next generation of Welsh actors, like Gareth Evans, who actually they're in loads of big things at the moment. They're going to try and do more Welsh adjacent stuff. Like
I
that
really like
type of-
Luke Evans. I think he's.
I love Luke Evans.
I think he's got some potential.
Yeah.
He's currently Dr. Frankenwerter on Broadway.
Oh yeah, he does love a song. He's a real
He loves
he
a
loves
song,
a
he
song.
does.
He's a singing
Yeah.
boy, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the aforementioned David Beckham King Arthur.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I'm so
Oh,
Is that
fascinated by
did
it
Guy
and
Ritchie
never-
do that one?
Yeah, Guy Ritchie
Yeah,
did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
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 Insane character names in it. David Beckham played someone called Trigger.
Does he have an arrow by any chance?
There's a guy, Aidan Gillen, who was in Game
Yeah.
of Thrones.
Yeah,
Goose
yeah.
Fat Bill. There's a guy called Backlack, Wet Stick.
Oh, Wet Stick. Classic
These sound like racist terms again. It's like Muzzy in the last episode.
The old wet sticks too.
The old wet sticks have made it across the border.
Well, we said before, didn't we? But like Guy Ritchie, he can do some really good films. But Christ, he goes. Some things is like this over here. This is Billy the Prick, and he's called that because he's a bit of a prick. And it's like,
Yeah, this is the same guy that did Snatch. And
Yeah.
I
do
do
quite
think
like them.
I do think it was a mismanagement giving Guy Ritchie
Robin.
the reverence of King Arthur to tell a real
and
tale.
cast. Do you know who cast as Arthur in it?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
is it Neil something Hummon?
No,
Charlie Hummon?
no.
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie
yeah.
Hunnam. Yeah.
Charlie Hunnam, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so there's obviously someone else called Arthur in it there because Bradley Walsh's son plays an Arthur in it as well.
Oh, teenaged Arthur.
Oh wow!
So younger version of
Young
Charlie.
Arthur.
Oh, amazing.
Who was in that casting room? Let's get David
Joe plays
Beckham
them.
and
Cocaine,
Bradley
Graham.
Walsh. Yeah,
Cocaine.
Plays King Vortigern in it is fucking Jude Law.
yeah.
He's the
Do
bad
you know?
guy.
Do you know David Beckham actually kicks something like a football in that film as well? you remember that old Pepsi advert that had like the amazing
When they're all
Barcelona?
like knights
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he does that in it. Like someone like kicks a helmet at him, and he's like semi volleys it, and he just like kicks it.
It should have.
back
It should have
towards
been. If you're gonna do this, you should go full hard and go. No one can take this stone out, sword out of the stone. And he goes, "Wow, what a screamer!" And he just picks the sword out.
them.
Yeah, it was an awful film.
Yeah,
That was it was dog shit.
Absolute dog shit. But our point for this one was they're just not like. So we've had this guest on recently, actually a while ago now, who's coming back on, who's a director of a film called Excalibur. When he's bringing back, like he's making it very much a Welsh film about like Welsh mythology and stuff, and he's just started in production now, directed and he's a really, really, really interesting bloke, and he worked on Game of Thrones stuff, he worked on loads of amazing TV stuff before, and he's got like film
It's
things.
like full on, like loads of practical effect. He showed us
Yeah.
like some designs for like some of the monsters and stuff. They look fucking sick. Like,
Yeah,
it's really good.
and he's producing this big, this big film that should be coming out in a couple of years' time, maybe next year. But when we were trying to find like something to actually good representations of Welsh characters on film, there was fucking barely anything. Like it was like really we were scraping the barrel, and we have like we especially me and Jack who love like we feel got so many stories to say about Wales, like pirates, like Captain Morgan, the guy on the rum bottle, he's a Welsh person. Most of the big Welsh people, like Barty Z, the people who had like the skull and crossbones, they all come from Wales. But
We
none
went
of
to a
them.
pirate festival in Wales.
Well,
That was
I
good.
mean, that sounds.
Accidentally.
Why do we not know about this pirate festival?
Just say, that just
sounds
broke Francis'
sick.
brain. And he went,
Sorry, what?
What was it? Well, I can't pronounce the name of the town. It's near Snowdon.
Oh, we're in Carnarvon.
Oh, can I
yeah. Nice.
Yeah. There was a pirate pub, and then later in the evening we went back there, and there was a guy playing the Black and Tans.
No, there was a guy playing guitar. Someone said, "Do you know any Irish songs?"
Yeah.
And then he started playing
I got one for you, laddie.
IRA anthems.
Yeah.
Come out to play. I actually sang that last week on the pod.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, me and Jack often get gutted that there's not more Welsh portrayals, or like not just because I mean who else would care, but there's so many stories that originated in Wales that we think would be great for cinema. So yeah, it's been quite fun to go through all the ones tonight, even though if most of them are Fireman Sam,
Oh yeah.
drug addicts from Twin Town, and the drunks from Grand Slam.
And I can only apologise for going, Guinevere, as if she's actually my favourite character. Just fully just a wedge in the
Just
door.
wants to
be
get
like,
our
let me
agenda
just whinge
across.
about it. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, so we can segue into the final section, but that sums it up perfectly. So, Welsh characters in film. We have the twins from a film which is really, really difficult to find to watch legally. Fireman Sam, which is for kids. Brian and Charles, which is a robot. We then have
With the surname
Private Owen
Tresky.
from Zulu, which again, incredible film,
Colonial.
but yeah, very colonial picture of what it is to be Welsh. We then have Maldwyn from a film that's an hour long and on YouTube in its entirety, and then someone who's not Welsh, played by Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
And that perfectly
Yeah.
encapsulates the
And those are the
encapsulates
best of the best of the best of Welsh cinema.
the
Yeah.
best we could find, because because there are some I strongly think some of the best actors in cinema are Welsh, because like Anthony Hopkins is in like
Top tier.
his portrayal in The Father is one of the best performances I think of anything I've seen.
I still can't bring myself to watch that.
No, same. I've heard so many good things, but I know I'll just cry my eyes out.
Oh,
I just can't bring myself through it.
It destroyed me, and I'm not okay with that. Scariest film I've ever watched. Then you got like Michael Sheen, obviously like incredible, but like
Amazing.
none of the like fair to the divorced lad.
Yeah.
Owen Griffith is incredible, but like none of them play Welsh characters. The closest Michael Sheen has got is playing Michael Sheen in Staged, which I don't think counts. And if it was a film, I would have picked it for it. But there's just not a lot there, and it is a shame because there are some like incredible.
And it's unfortunate there's not enough of a. There's usually when a film that does tick all those boxes is sort of commissioned, it doesn't have the budget or the reach or the marketing to get anywhere. So like when you said then Martin Sheen not playing a Welsh character, I can think of one, and it's in that film Resistance that me and you watched, Franks, and it's about it's in like a made up World War II scenario. Basically during World War II there was all these like reserve soldiers set in Wales. They were like the last.
It's called like Operation.
True.
It's like Operation Seal or something. If
So,
the
yeah.
Germans invaded, this is what the plan
We're
would
the last
be.
line of defense, and it was these guys. These guys were very ostracized because they were like of fighting age, and people would be like, "Oh, why aren't you in the war?" But they were like highly trained with like explosives,
They
and
could
caches,
best
and things,
weapons and everything.
best in the biz, and they were like last line of defense. And this film is like, "Oh, what happened? What would happen if we didn't win World War II and they were coming over to Britain or to Wales? What would these guys do?" But it doesn't focus on any of that, like because they don't have the budget for it at all. And Michael Sheen plays like one of these troops. But he's in it for like what, Frank's like a max of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it barely anything. And it's like again, such a missed opportunity. If that had like budget, you could make that so good.
Because it's true. Yeah, they had this big thing where it's like if Britain did get invaded, they trained soldiers mostly in Wales because that's where they were thinking they'd land because it'd be easy to land on West Wales, and they had like they weren't allowed to
They
retreat.
couldn't land East Wales, to be fair.
Good
Well,
point.
not with the tolls in the Severn Bridge.
But they weren't allowed to retreat, and they had all this amazing, like the most expensive weapons and all these things there. But for the entire war, people thought they were cowards because they hadn't gone to war, but they actually had this secret mission. But the film is so fucking dull. It's
Boring.
These Germans take over a little town in Wales. And they even have, you remember on the last episode we mentioned the Royal Welsh show, the agricultural show. They go to there.
They
and
even
they
show
actually
it, don't they?
Yeah, and the Germans are like, well, this is quite fucking cool actually. This is quite a lot. But it's just a boring show.
This town's huge.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Poetry festival down the road. We'll go there later.
Yeah,
but as a nation that we're like Welsh people, we were built on like poetry and stories. And we have the biggest festival every year for poetry in Europe or possibly the world, the Eisteddfod. We don't have good stories in cinema, so that's we hope that might change over time. But yeah, tonight's episode's have shown us we got a bit of a way to go.
lacking. Yeah.
So, out of your choices, how would you rank your choices?
Right. Well, Guinevere was a
I was
piss.
going to say, that's a clear three.
I think
I would-
Private Owen helps people who weren't, because it's a massive film. Like Zulu was huge in America, massively commercially successful, very, very big. It came out not too much longer after How Green Is Your Valley, the Oscar winner. I think it helped put Wales on the map, so I think it's important for that. But
I think I would be happy to go Private Owen, then Maldwyn, and then way down Guinevere.
Yeah.
Then Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
Keira Knightley, yeah.
Graham, what about ours? What are you feeling?
Fireman Sam's number one. Clearly. Then I'm
The way he dealt with those aliens, the competency with a fire. Was brilliant.
Fireman Sam, Charles, and then your other one, I can't remember, the twins. I can't really comment on the twins because I've not seen it. So.
It is a tough one because we only found out it was even watchable for you today without you having to go down to Kamal and invite yourself into my father-in-law's house.
Yeah.
Roy, do you mind if we have your fire stick? I will take five. I will take Five and Sam. That's a weird thing to say.
Well,
given I can
she
still,
after your
yeah,
prompts.
given I
Yeah.
can still
Five
see
and
the
Sam.
sexy Five and Sam image. I'd go Five and Sam one because weirdly he is probably one of the most influential Welsh characters
You're
Most
bit
well
on
known.
on the
with
screen.
values.
But I would go Druggy Twins 2 over Washing Machine Robot. Which is an entirely normal sentence. But a combined list. So the official, the podcast nobody asked for, and Tales for Wales top three.
Right.
What we're thinking. I agree with your number one. I think there is a arousing aspect to that, which I think, because as far as I'm aware, Fireman Sam doesn't when fighting these aliens, he doesn't talk about the tenor section of the Pontypandy Fire Department.
But I think you're right as well.
I was about to say, with Fireman Sam, though, I will say, who's done more for Welsh outreach?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, well,
I mean, we did mention that. I know in I was going to call it Sputnik then, but it's not called Sputnik. Deadpool. It's about my reference.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Where did Sputnik come from?
Sometimes my brain just has to fire off really quickly just to grab them. There's a Welsh Deadpool.
There is Welsh Pool.
Welsh
Pool.
Yeah. Played by Paul Mullen.
I was going to say, played by an
yes.
injured footballer.
Yeah.
But
I did enjoy that when I saw that in the cinema. I was like, this is the representation we need. Come on, Sam Tan.
If we're talking about
in the pub in Wrexham.
Yeah.
outfit.
So but if we talk about like representation, Sam Tan, Fireman Sam has probably the biggest renowned around.
He's broke China, guys.
Yeah, welcome. Wake me up when there's a Sam Tan pool. Yeah, then I'll be fucking interested.
Right, we could Fireman Sam at 1. I'm not going to say no to Firefighters.
Fireman Sam Tan, and then Private Owen for
Private
2.
Owen 2, and then it is between Maldwell and the Twins, I think.
I would say the Twins. I reckon.
I think the Twins. They capture a brilliant part of like 90s culture as well, which I think everyone kind of
It's the aesthetic of that film as well. I think is very quintessentially kind of like scummy Welsh. My own personal brand.
And it captures rugby as well. And it captures rugby quite because it does have like rugby fans in it as well. So that trumps Maldwyn because Maldwyn is just rugby. Yeah. So we happy with that?
As the only person with zero ties to Wales apart from my surname, I'm not going to try and override the three of you. So,
I was thinking, are you going to absolutely kick off now? Start flipping tables. This is disgusting.
I don't feel like we've talked enough about Guinevere.
Great. It's quite good if you went into an English architect, but actually, no, we're going to ignore the Welsh natives.
Zulu number 1.
Guinevere's the best, and you're fucking idiots, you inbred.
I want to write in Sputnik.
So Zulu 1, Guinevere 2. So Michael Caine in Zulu 1. Guinevere, Sputnik. But no, so I think the official, the podcast nobody asked for, and Tales for Wales top 3 Welsh characters in film. At number 3, we have the twins from Twin Town, who count as one person. Number 2, we have Private Owen from Zulu. And number 1, we have Fireman Sam from 5 Fireman Sam movies, including at least 1, potentially 2, where he puts out alien fires.
Something like that. And Professor Polonium.
But that was a good two episode bumper bonus bonanza.
Amazing.
Which is nice. So how do you usually end episodes?
We
this is
always
your feed
say,
after all.
Yeah, well, we always say you can find us on Patreon, you can find us on Insta, or anything for Tales for Wales. If you got this far, please leave us a little 5-star review. It always does help. But more importantly, head over to... If you got this far and you've not yet listened to part 1, you are medically unwell.
I mean, fair play.
You could be Chris Nolan here.
You might be tenanting it. But head over to the podcast nobody asked for and do the exact same thing there. But where can they find you two boys?
They can also find us on Patreon, but not on your Patreon, apart from, I'm assuming, this episode, which might go out on there. But you can find us on Patreon. You can find us at Instagram and Threads is our primary haunt. Soon you will find us at the Golden Lobes Awards. By us, I mean me and you. What else? Reviews? Leave reviews.
Leave reviews. We'd probably do another live show at some point. You can buy a ticket for that.
Graham, mate, that enthusiasm has been all the way through these. So, guess you can buy it, whatever, don't care.
Bless Graham, but we started this at 9 o'clock, and Graham's a father, and he joined with a decaf tea, and he was like, "Fucking hell, lads, let's get through this."
The decaf option was a mistake, my friend. You
it really was. Yeah, I think I'm at the point now where actually I just need to realise that. Normally it's caffeine after certain times, you're not going to sleep. It's I could have an espresso before bed and it'll be fine.
If you do a line of Coke before bed, you'll be fine.
I think Graham is about 3-4 4 minutes away from believing he's Fireman Sam. which probably a perfect place
same
to
name.
end
Same name.
Yeah.
The same surname, at least.
We'll get the notification like maybe
Yeah.
tomorrow. Be like, he's gone into psychosis. He keeps saying he needs to fight the aliens in space with fire.
Well, with that,
Norman.
we'll just say diolch yn fawr. Thank you so much to Ian and Graham
Diolch,
for
man.
having us on yours. And thank you for everyone who listened this far. You're very, very valued listeners. And we love you an awful lot. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you.
Diolch, pawb. Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.